Hello, we're Group I, and this is Isabel, Michael, Neo, Milasan, and Tiani. Today our presentation is on diversity and inclusion in the workplace, touching on some applicable theories, empirical evidence, and a case study. Diversity and inclusion in the workplace are vital because it can benefit everyone. According to the Diversity Council of Australia, 3 out of 4 Australian workers support their organisation taking action to create a diverse and inclusive workplace. Employees who work in a diverse and inclusive team are 5 times more likely to provide excellent customer service, 9 times more likely to have greater creativity and innovation, and 10 times more likely to be highly effective than non-inclusive teams. Diversity and inclusion can boost employee satisfaction, company success, employee security, and team performance. Furthermore, employees are less likely to personally experience harassment and discrimination. Businesses that are diverse and inclusive will have a better understanding of their customers, make decisions 60% faster than non-diverse businesses, boost employer brand, and are able to hire and retain potential employees. As we can see, diversity and inclusion in the workplace is very important as it can help shape company success, growth, and happiness.
We have identified 3 theories applicable to diversity and inclusion, namely cognitive diversity hypothesis, information and decision-making perspective, and lastly, similarity attraction paradigm. The cognitive diversity hypothesis suggests that cultural diversity among members is beneficial to an organization as it encourages innovation and creative problem-solving by approaching issues from different perspectives. The information and decision-making perspective implies that a demographically diverse team is beneficial to an organization because they can perform better in decision-making tasks. Members from diverse backgrounds have different mental models, values, and experiences, allowing for the identification of more options and alternatives in the decision-making process. However, diversity in an organization may not be beneficial. The similarity attraction paradigm proposes that people are attracted to those that are similar to them. Hence, a diverse organizational unit or group may experience higher turnover and less motivation. The theory we choose for our presentation is the cognitive diversity hypothesis, as we believe that it is the core benefits of diversity and inclusions in organizations. It has the advantage of innovative and creative ideas being put forth through diverse cognitive resources, ultimately improving organizational outcome. In contrast, the benefits of information and decision-making perspective are reduced due to potential conflict, miscommunication, marginalizations, and dysfunction within organizations. Additionally, the similarity attraction paradigm doubts the benefits of diversity in organizations. However, there have been some studies failed to provide evidence for this theory. There is also a changing view towards this similarity attraction, supporting diversity as a means for stronger organizational competitiveness.
A study reported in the Academy of Management journal, Shin, Kim, Lee and Bian aimed to explore the positive correlation between cognitive team diversity and individual team member creativity. According to Shin and colleagues, creativity requires the ability to work divergently and think creatively with a diverse mindset and train of thought. The study had 68 teams across 3 Chinese organizations. These organizations included a grocer, electronic and design company. It was important that all organizations had the smallest functional team and were overseen by the same supervisor and worked together permanently before the study took place.
Shin and colleagues found that individual team member creativity led to higher cognitive team diversity when an individual self-efficacy was maintained. The encouragement of taking risks to achieve small positive advancements allowed for improvements in creativity, which is vital for not seeing the implications of workplace diversity.
Another recent study reported in Frontiers in Psychology, conducted by Agarwal, Woolley, Chabris and Malone, measured the impact of cognitive style diversity in teams' collective intelligence, the ability to work in a team, and longer-term skills such as team learning. The study consisted of 337 participants, and they were randomly assigned in teams of 2 to 5 participants each. All participants first filled out survey measures of cognitive styles individually. Then they had to play the minimum effort tacit coordination game for approximately 25 minutes. The purpose of the game was to explore the ability of groups to implicitly coordinate their strategy. The team members had to choose a number between 0 and 40 in the same time and without communication. As we see in this payoff matrix, teams earn more if they coordinate by making the same choices, and by contrast, a lack of coordination leads to poorer outcomes. The results of the study were the following. There is a U-shaped relationship between collective intelligence and cognitive diversity, as we see in this graph. And collective intelligence is positively and significantly related to team learning. And finally, high levels of cognitive style diversity curb team learning indirectly by reducing collective intelligence. While a certain amount of cognitive diversity may enhance collective intelligence by supplying the necessary cognitive inputs and differentiators for task work, too much diversity induces high coordination costs as members with different perspectives have a hard time understanding each other.
Australia Post, also known as AusPost, is an Australian government-owned business providing mail services to all Australians. We chose AusPost due to its government reporting duties, which lends comprehensive data on diversity and inclusion, and is one of the first Australian businesses to use the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals to become a recognised leading diverse and inclusive workplace. To obtain information, we used internally published reports and an interview conducted by the New South Wales Public Service Commission. Additionally, we opted to interview a frontline staff member to give a real-world perspective to these reports.
What is your name and position within AusPost?
Oh, my name is Francis, though I'm as a driver working in AusPost.
Do you think more can be done to improve diversity and inclusion within AusPost?
Yeah, I think so, because this is a lot of people working there, and then it's like a teamwork, and then they can have their project or like a plan to do that much better than in the future. I think so.
Do you feel like AusPost as an organisation values and or respects diversity?
Yeah, I think so, because they are the multicultural organizations. Lots of people there, they respect the individual values and diversities.
Do you feel included as an employee of AusPost?
Oh yes. They are as before I said, it's a multicultural organization. They respect individual, of course, including me as well.
Why is AusPost so committed to inclusion? Between 2009 to 2010, AusPost faced a sudden drop in profitability. In response, their future-ready strategy highlighted organizational diversity and inclusion as critical factors to address the needs of the changing community. Sustained engagement with their 40,000 workers led to the following successful initiatives: a reconciliation plan to improve First Nations employment, an Accessibility Matters working group to promote disability inclusion, the inclusion of underrepresented supplier businesses, and having 4,000 women complete female leadership programs. Diversity and inclusion within AusPost allow for creativity and innovation, leading to the achievements including increased connection with diverse customers and communities, leveraging the experience and ideas of employees, attracting and retaining diverse talent, closing the gender pay gap for 2017, receiving the awards for inclusivity in the 2019 Supplier Nation Awards. The cognitive diversity theory explains how AusPost is able to effectively implement broader business goals through a multicultural organization, channeling their diverse voices into innovative and creative problem-solving ideas to achieve the strategic goals of the organization. Furthermore, by having a demographically diverse organization, it demonstrates how the information and decision-making perspective can be linked to AusPost and how they shape their decision-making process. Recorded complaints about the female leadership program on the AusPost intranet may be explained using the similarity attraction paradigm, with the perceived fracturing of treatment leading individual workers to feel less attached. However, AusPost continues to support top-down inclusive initiatives to sustain the organizational goal to interact with new Australian community successfully and inclusively.
Organisations should consider diversity and inclusion as an increasingly globalised workforce demands inclusivity. The cognitive diversity hypothesis and the information and decision-making perspective establish improved problem-solving, team performance, innovation, and creativity, whereas the similarity attraction paradigm offers valuable insight about maintaining unifying factors within organisations. Empirical evidence has found that individual creativity led to higher cognitive team diversity. Additionally, when teams have diverse cognitive styles, their collective intelligence increases. AusPost highlights that diversity and inclusivity is achieved through meaningful organisational exchange and sustained through a top-down commitment to inclusivity. Overall, diversity and inclusion is valuable to every organisation as it improves company success and employee satisfaction.